Happening now with the 4th of July on the horizon, a look at the push to keep Chautauqua Lake free of weeds, which causes some problems for boaters. And a trio of 12-year-olds are facing charges in connection with a home invasion robbery in Lakewood. Plus, a look at the slew of Independence Day weekend events on tap here in Chautauqua County.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. With many planning to take to the open water on Chautauqua Lake this Independence Day weekend, work is underway to cut down on nuisance lake weeds. Our Alyssa Wright has more on the efforts now in full swing by the Chautauqua Lake Association to make boating more enjoyable for locals and visitors alike.
The Chautauqua Lake Association maintains a fleet of 6 aquatic plant harvesters, 4 large dump trucks, 3 small dump trucks, 4 work barges, 4 skimmers.
All of this manpower helps cut down on nuisance lake weeds, which can cause trouble for boaters.
The harvesters harvest the weeds. The blades cut the weeds and the conveyors on the machine harvest the weeds so they aren't floating away in the lake. The conveyors take them up onto the machine, and the machine has a loading capacity. When the machine is full, the harvester joins with what we call a transport vessel that comes in and connects, and the harvester then offloads onto that.
Without the upkeep, overgrowth can be a big problem for boaters whose propellers get easily jammed up in the thick weed patches.
You feel that, that drag, and it's out of balance, so you had the vibration because you have some weeds on a blade of the prop, and you'll feel it.
Continuing to run a boat that's weeded up could result in costly repairs.
If you continue to run the boat with no water flowing through the intake, it's going to dry up around the impeller, which is the water pump that circulates the water through the engine. And if you don't have that water in there, it's going to overheat, and it's just a rubber impeller. That impeller will break up and be rendered useless.
Plus, with parts shortages impacting marinas nationwide, many on the lake agree that maintaining a healthy lake is imperative to avoid damages that otherwise could be preventable.
People are here because of the lake. We need to remember that in order to stay here, we need to have a clean, healthy lake.
Demand this summer is at an all-time high, with Lawson Boat and Motors boat rentals completely booked for the holiday weekend. However, those looking to take to the water in a non-motorized craft still have options. To learn more, check out lawsonsboatandmotor.com. Alyssa Wright, WNY News Now.
Alyssa, thank you. A malfunctioning boat heater is blamed for an early morning fire in Lakewood. The Lakewood Fire Department responded to 2113 Big Tree Road at around 5:30 in the morning today for a reported structure fire. Now, following a probe by the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Fire Investigation Team, deputies determined that fire started after a pool heater malfunctioned, causing extreme heat, which subsequently led to ignition. The pool shed and its contents were completely destroyed. No injuries reported as a result of the blaze. A trio of 12-year-olds are facing several charges following a residential burglary in Lakewood where they allegedly stole liquor bottles and a handgun. The Lakewood Bus-Dye Police Department reports this break-in happened at a residence along Chautauqua Lake this week. Police say the juveniles, 2 from Jamestown and another from Lakewood, illegally entered the home and stole multiple liquor bottles and a 9mm pistol. Officers used security video to identify the kids, who were caught swimming in the home's pool at the time. Detectives later located them and charged them with burglary, among other crimes. They say that handgun was also safely recovered. Well, today, the Jamestown Department of Development is submitting their annual action plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, seeking financial assistance to help clean up city streets. Our Bronson Rasmussen joins us live in studio with more on this push to help improve the community. And Bronson, I hear this has been a long time coming.
That's right, Justin. Over the past few months, Director of Development Crystal Surdick's office led several community walking tours, gaining the community's feedback to address a slew of problems, from dilapidated housing, littered streets, to almost unwalkable sidewalks.
The input that we've received from the community on our walks there were some very specific things that people had concerns about. Some of those things are things that we can address within the annual action plan and the programs and activities that come out of the annual action plan.
While many of the programs have been in concept for a long time, the boardwalks were still an eye-opener for Surdick and her team and showed them that they are taking the correct steps.
I think that our boardwalks really reinforced that we were on the right track. And, these programs were all developed based on community need.
The Department of Development will present HUD their annual action plan, and with their approval, several programs will get underway.
HUD will approve or make any suggestions for revisions based on our submission. And once we get the letter of approval, we start working on implementing the programs.
Some of the incentives that stand out include a lead poisoning prevention program, community enhancement programs, and a small business developmental and technical assistant program, among others.
Owner-occupied emergency repair program. We have an environmental assessment and remediation program, so that things like brownfield properties or contaminated properties or properties that may need some kind of an environmental assessment and or some remediation. So,
for those looking for more information on the DoD's programs coming out, visit their page at jamestownNewYork.gov. Live in the studio, Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.
And the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency has received a $600,000 grant to help revitalize brownfield properties. This money, allocated by the Environmental Protection Agency, will help fund a revolving door loan that local developers can use to help rehab former manufacturing properties. Now, as part of the grant arrangement, Chautauqua County is making a cash-matched contribution towards that fund. In total, $720,000 will be available for future developments. Now, while specific details are still being finalized at this hour, officials say the program should be ready to accept applications before the end of the year. And the Independence Day weekend is packed with events from fireworks shows to parades here in Chautauqua County. Fireworks displays start Saturday in Cherry Creek as part of their celebration. Sunday, displays will happen in Bemis Point, Randolph-Whedon Park, and in Silver Creek. Now, the holiday itself, there's a lot on tap there as well, with fireworks in Lakewood, Dunkirk, Findlay Lake, and Mayville. But before fireworks takes to the sky, the annual Mayville 4th of July parade returns. The parade kicks off at 10 in the morning. It'll head down Route 394 in the village. Following that procession, a petting zoo, live music, food, games, and so much more happening at Lakeside Park as well. A full list of events posted right now at WNYNewsNow.com. And by the way, if we missed anything, there is an option to submit to us on our website. Certainly important because there is so much on tap and so many people, Dakota, looking forward to beautiful weather, and fingers crossed we'll get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, a lot of the 4th of July activities will go on as planned, but I wish we could have penguins in a petting zoo. Come on, folks. Penguins are cute. But I know they're aquatic birds. I know that and all that stuff. But anyway, this is a live look over the Warren City Bank. We've got a lot of blue skies, basically, across the region today. And this is basically what you're going to see throughout the day today. Now, there has been a few clouds from time to time popping up on the satellite imagery. But for the most part, I mean, it's going to be a fantastic day with lots of sunshine, milder, but the humidity is up a little bit. So you are going to feel it. 74 was the high yesterday, started the day at 54. 93 and 41 are the records. So through the afternoon, I've got gobs and gobs of sunshine for you. A bit milder and a bit more humid as well. 77 to 86 with a southwest wind. Now, we do have some rain to go through tomorrow and especially early Saturday, but it does look like we will clear out. We'll talk about it in detail in that Ultimate Satellite Solution 7-day a little bit later on in the show, Justin.
All right, Dakota, as we continue, the latest in a police standoff here in Jamestown that resulted in one arrest, and later, new rules coming to New York impacting those with concealed carry permits. Stay with us. WNY News Now is back after this.
You're watching WNY News Now.
your source for breaking news.
What is going on, my New York friends? My understanding is that you're in school for a little bit longer than most people, but I got some good news for you. Where are you going to be on September 10th? In Jamestown, New York, with me at 7 o'clock at the Reglena Theater, and you can get your tickets at reglena.com, REGLENNA.com. Make sure that you grab those now. It's going to be so much fun. Jamestown, New York, September 10th. Come and have fun with me.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Stay fire safe this summer. Only use grills outdoors, away from siding and deck railings. Clean grills often and remove grease or fat buildup. Make sure your gas grill lid is open before lighting. Have a 3-foot safe zone around grills and campfires. Keep kids and pets clear of the area. Dispose of coals after they cool in a metal can. Never leave grills, fire pits, and patio torches unattended. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
Brought to you by the Chautauqua Safety Village and the Jamestown Fire Department.
EaglezIp.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EaglezIp.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EaglezIp.com today.
Stop by EaglezIp.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
A 27-year-old man is in custody following around a 20-minute standoff with police officers in Jamestown. City of Jamestown police responded to several 911 calls about shots fired at 34 Regent Street around 11 in the morning Wednesday. Callers also reported a possible domestic incident at that residence as well. Around 20 minutes later, Aaron Johnson exited the home and was placed into custody. Police obtained a search warrant for the residence, and officers allegedly found firearms inside. Johnson is currently being held at Jamestown City Jail for obstructing governmental administration. Police say additional charges are expected. And New York will ban people from carrying firearms into many places of business unless the owner put up a sign explicitly saying guns are welcome. Governor Kathy Hochul says the legislative leaders in Albany agreed on a broad stroke of a gun control bill that's poised to pass as soon as today, just days after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the state's handgun licensing law. Now, because of the court's ruling, ordinary New Yorkers will, for the first time in more than a century, be able to get a license to carry a gun outside of the home for personal defense. Previously, it was hard to get an unrestricted handgun license unless you worked in law enforcement or security. But Hochul said she also wanted to protect the rights of property owners who decide they don't want firearms on their premise.
We're going to protect the rights of private property owners, allow them to not have to be subjected to someone walking into their workplace or a bar, restaurant with a concealed weapon, and therefore we're going to take that very strong step, but we believe that is sustainable, and that's what the law is going to be once we get this through.
Now, businesses that want guns around would have to put up a sign reading "Concealed Weapons Welcome Here" or words to that effect. Otherwise, Hochul says the presumption will be they are not. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, emergency contraception is becoming harder and harder to find. Some retailers now limiting the purchase of these over-the-counter pills like Plan B. Erie News Now's Kristen Allen spoke to a pharmacy about what they're seeing.
Amazon and Rite Aid are two retailers now limiting the purchase of emergency contraceptive pills like Plan B and Aftera. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, people across the country began stocking up on the over-the-counter medication.
There currently is a nationwide shortage of emergency contraception over the counter.
Planned Parenthood of Greater Ohio addressed the topic in their press briefing Friday, saying people should stock up on the pill before states begin to regulate its production.
The companies that make it are working actively and aggressively to increase production and make it more available. But that is currently one of the added challenges for people who use emergency contraception.
And here at Darling's Pharmacy in East Erie, they're already seeing the effects of people across the nation stocking up.
Right now, the Plan B, the brand name, is unavailable. There's not any to order from our warehouse.
Right now, there's no timeline for when the name brand pill will be available for order again.
Usually when that happens, it's a couple weeks to even a couple months, but there wasn't anything listed on the website yet. But like I said, we're definitely going to have the generics, which work the exact same way, same product and same strength.
And here at Darling's Pharmacy, they say they don't recommend stocking up on Plan B and just getting on a regular birth control regimen to prevent pregnancy.
If you want to be on birth control, having a stable birth control regimen, that's recommended. The pills, patch, shots, anything like that, that would be preferred over just stocking up on the Plan B and kind of relying more on that.
Kristen Allen, Erie News Now.
And the pharmacist we spoke to said there's a lot of misconceptions about emergency contraceptives. It's not an abortion pill. It's just an option to use if your regular birth control method fails. A proposed state constitutional amendment that would let voters decide taxpayer-funded abortions in PA is in the works. Currently, the process is the only way for lawmakers who are opposed to abortion to bypass the governor's veto pen. The legislature would have to pass an amendment in 2 consecutive sessions before it could be put on the ballot for voters to decide. The proposed amendment could be on the ballot as soon as next spring. Now, future abortion access largely depends on the next governor of PA. Both candidates have very distinct stances. Pro-life Republicans are hopeful they will prevail in November, and also spoke about the future of contraceptives and birth control if a pro-life governor is elected.
I know there's a lot of rumors out there. We're going to stop contraceptive. That is totally not true. If you don't want a child, please use contraceptives, use birth control, so you're not going to face that decision.
More on the reaction from pro-life and pro-choice lawmakers is posted on our website, WNYNewsNow.com. Next, a full look at our weather forecast when WNY News Now returns.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense Weather.
Well, welcome back. Wanted to start off with a weather eye picture from our friend Don. Oh man, another picture of a bald eagle. Like I've said before, if you take pictures of a bald eagle, they're going to be up in the weather segment. So if you have any pictures you'd like to share, Hunters WX on Twitter, the First Defense Weather page, Facebook, and always use that hashtag MyLocalWX. Today would be a nice day to get out on Lake Erie. If you have a beach trip planned and we take your boat out, 70 and 71 are the water temperatures, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots with wave heights 1 foot or less. Maybe the sailboaters looking for a little more wind than that, but the power boaters should have no trouble out there today. Tarp Skunks have another game tonight. They are taking on the Batavia Muck Dogs. It is free night as well, which is sponsored by CCIDA. So 81 degrees at the first pitch at 6:30. with mainly clear skies taking us all the way through the evening hours. So another nice night for baseball. Get out to the park and enjoy some Tarp Skunks baseball. 78 degrees is a noon hour, a southwest wind of 10, but look at that dew point at 60. So we have a heat index of 79, and that is going to be really the main thing we're watching. Same thing we've been talking about, how the humidity is going to continue to rise through today, through tomorrow. We'll back it down a little bit through at least Saturday. Then we'll start to return to that pleasant category by Sunday and Monday. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has outlined the inland southern tier under a low-end marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5, for at least a couple stronger thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. The Lake Erie shoreline will likely be protected because of a lake breeze, but the inland southern tier, that'll be the best chance for maybe a couple storms tomorrow afternoon that could contain some gusty winds. High pressure and control across the northeast, so nothing going on, but we are starting to see the development of more showers and thunderstorms. So the newest run of the computer modeling doesn't really show you much of anything through today. We may see a few clouds dotting the sky from time to time, but I think mostly sunny skies will take us through the day. Now, as we go into tomorrow, we'll start to see a few more clouds dotting the sky tomorrow. Then we'll start to see the development of showers and thunderstorms. This particular model tries to paint the majority of this across the eastern southern tier. Wouldn't be surprised if some pop up across the western southern tier and especially Erie County, PA. Then the better chance of rain will likely be on Saturday, especially Saturday morning through early Saturday afternoon. Then it tapers off for the evening hours. In fact, here is the early look at the forecast. Again, for Saturday, a few scattered showers and storms, 79, 80, and 81 for Sunday and Monday. But notice we've got green lights here for the fireworks. So should be good to go. Now let's expand out the next 7 days, powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. So again, the holiday weekend minus Saturday is looking fantastic. A few showers both on Tuesday and Wednesday. But even though temperatures are right around average for this time of the year, the humidity will still remain in check, Justin.
All right, good deal, especially for everybody being outside. Thank you, Dakota. Well, let's check some headlines from around the nation. And a woman was shot in the head and killed while pushing a baby stroller in New York City yesterday. It happened just before 8:30 at night when the 20-year-old was fatally shot point blank in the head while pushing her 3-month-old baby in a stroller near Lexington Avenue. She was taken to a local hospital where she shortly died. The baby also rushed to the hospital but not harmed. Officials say the suspect fled that scene shortly after the shooting. No arrests have been made, an investigation underway. And remember today's date. It'll be a topic for future history tests and trivia nights. Today, the first time a black woman will be sworn into the U.S. Supreme Court. Jackson's midday swearing-in ceremony coincides with the start of the retirement of outgoing Justice Stephen Breyer. Now, Ketanji Brown Jackson is becoming the court's 104th Associate Justice. She is a historic addition to this now historically unpopular court. Gallup reporting that confidence in the institution is at its lowest ever. Polls indicate a strong majority of Americans are disagreeing with the court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. That makes this a notable moment for her Senate hearings. And most Americans do not approve of the job President Joe Biden is doing either. A new poll of polls shows that his approval rating is down to 39%. He lost just 1 point from where he stood earlier this month. The president is doing the worst on economy, with one poll showing just 28% of Americans approve of how he's handling it. The pandemic is his strong spot, with 53% of Americans saying they approve he's done a good job. Overall, that poll shows 85% of Americans say the country is headed in the wrong direction, a jump from 78% who said the same last month. We'll be right back.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights. Vests.
please give us some room.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger. This danger is real. Do your part.
Please
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
move over.
When severe weather breaks, one team has you covered, tracking the storms as they happen. Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Well, welcome back to WNY News Now. We have a special segment that we want to bring to you, one of our own celebrating a birthday today. And boy, I gotta say, I'm so proud of the work that Bronson has done. I believe he's joining us live from the newsroom where Alyssa is now. Or wait a minute, what is going on? Is he in the newsroom right now?
He's not here.
Alyssa, do you know
where?
He's
gone. He ran.
He ran.
Oh,
happy birthday, Bronson! Hey! Happy birthday to you.
You were planning something, Justin.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, now he's coming
so
in
I said
here.
I'm gonna flip it on you, and I decided to leave.
Yeah, no, you can't leave. You can't leave.
giving me a panic attack.
Yeah, giving Alyssa a panic attack for sure. So, tell us, how are you feeling on your birthday today?
Tired.
Really? No.
Need more coffee.
More coffee. Well, sure. I gotta say, you've really done an excellent job with us here at WNY. We really appreciate you, and it's not easy at all. And you
easy being
jumped,
green.
right, and you've used that, and you've jumped into this. So I just got to say, really excellent. And you've been here for, in addition to the birthday now, it's been, what, a year and a month, I think? Almost?
Give or take.
Yeah, couple days shaved off here and there, and really, I got to say thank you for filling in for me when I was gone on vacation, because that was like the first vacation, truthfully, folks, that I've been able to take since pre-COVID.
Came back a changed man.
Yeah, really, no kidding. And with a lot more debt, too. But with that, really good job filling in for that, and just, it's nice to have, and I know Dakota, we've talked about this before, nice to have somebody in the newsroom who's always like willing to help. I've never been in a situation where Bronson didn't want to jump in and help out with something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that we talk about, all the time in the newsroom, and especially during meetings and whatnot, is the fact that, we're a small team. And in many cases, we lack, in some cases, having somebody who's willing to go out and cover things. And, Bronson kind of fills that gap where it's like, hey, there's something going on here. Why don't you go cover this? Or this is happening tonight. Or this is breaking news. Bronson, go cover this.
Right. In all hours of the night, he does it too.
Come look at this. I think it's 83 right now. It's right over here.
There you go.
Hey!
Here. Hold on a minute. Here.
Yeah, give him the clicker.
Here.
Do you have anything you want to say
Here's
for
your clicker.
birthday, Bronson? I don't. That's it. I don't think we have him mic'd. I think you took that off. You did.
He was running out the door.
So you have to be relatively close to Alyssa in order to have that happen.
Yes.
But no.
You see the magic of the green
ball.
ball.
He's always said for people to do the weather.
That's right.
I guess I'll go over this because Dakota doesn't want to. Right now it's about 83. Look at that. Ooh. Get thunderstorms going on tomorrow.
Here, there you go.
Hi, Dakota. And throughout the weekend. Wow, look at those thunderstorms. Although, look at it Monday for the 4th of July. It's going to be really nice out there. Can't wait to go out for all those picnics. And then I'll do the famous walk-off as well. Look at it going next week. It's going to be nice and wet. We're going to love it.
All right. Great job, Bronson.
I've retired. So thank you very much. Bronson's now the new chief meteorologist. So I've retired.
Take it up.
Yeah. Andrew got for that promotion.
Oh, poor Andrew.
I have the clicker now.
That's right. He's got control of the clicker. Oh, hi, folks.
That's all you need is a clicker.
Oh, God.
That's right.
It. All right, guys, thank you very much. That's it for us today. We are back tomorrow as we celebrate more things 4th of July here and our Pet of the Week segment, too. Be sure to stay by for that. Have a great day.